doing now.
Okay, thank you so much for staying on. There's a very Sunday morning, this morning on ITV. Well, the news so far, yes, Ekiti State local government election, and of course, PDP took over, and that's most likely what we'll be seeing in the early phase of 2018, early quarter of 2018, and a lot of local government elections, and that also include Edo State. We think, yes, that that will be happening. And if that's the case, we know that local government election is a grassroots election, yes, where we get the local government chairman and the councillors, and most times it's usually the youths that come out to contest that position, even though sometimes we see men over 60, you know, contesting for councillorship and all that. But the thing is, are our youths really ready? Like, how involved are they in politics? That's exactly what we'll be discussing this morning. And I have a gentleman in the studio with me this morning, Eghosa Agbonifo, I beg your pardon. Eghosa Agbonifo, and he is a public analyst. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much for having me here.
Okay, so you are a youth. Do you see youths in politics in Nigeria, especially looking forward to 2018 and 2019?
Thank you very much. For me, I feel the participation of youth in politics is very poor, because when you go to the political parties, you don't see youth there. You see the older ones still participating. So when the youth are complaining, not too young to run, how many of you are political party members? So for me, I always stand in gap for them to advocate for youth participation, because if we do not participate, we cannot change the system. For instance, you go for a meeting, you see the older ones, they will tell you the youth are not interested. When you tell them to come and register, they will tell you they are not interested. So I always tell them, if you want to change this country, what you don't like, first, you go and register with INEC. Second, you register with a political party, then you vote. Then you decide who becomes your party candidate. You cannot just sit down and say, oh, I don't want Mr. This as governor. How do you decide? Just imagine 1,000 youths going to register in one of the political parties, let's say PDP, APC. You have 1,000 youths in PDP, 1,000 youths in APC. Those will be the people that will determine. Then the people that you are saying shouldn't be involved in politics, we see that you are ready to take over leadership. You know, recently, a prominent man in Nigeria said the youth are only interested in money and women. So it goes to tell you that our focus yet is not on politics, and it is not good. We all are political animals, and we must start participating now, because if we don't participate, we'll continue to slide backward. Nigeria needs full participation of the youth, because youth itself is a talent. All the great things you see today in the world, in Nigeria and all, they were done by youth. When Gowon was head of state, it was less than 30 years. So I don't see the clamoring for not too young to run. It is just our right, because a youthful person will do better. We have a president that is 75 years old by what we were told. Now, 75 years old should be retired, because you need somebody that can go through the 36 states and know what is happening, the uniqueness of each state. He understands it. He's on ground. He's not report. When people give you a report, they give you to feed your ego. They give you to just see that, oh, things are okay. There are presidents that will be on ground to ensure that what is happening now, petroleum. You will see him at the refinery that, oh, what is going on? When you see that the president is moving, you'll be on your toes. So for me, I feel the youth should wake up. We are too laid back. We cannot continue like this. We should be among those that didn't fail those generations coming after us. Because those we are complaining about now, we say they failed us. But now we have started failing those that are looking onto us. What is our drive? What is our focus point? What is our values as youth? Now, okay, narrow it down to this now. You are saying not too young to run. If they want to give you power, are you prepared? What is your antecedent? What have you been doing all these years of your life? What capacity have you built for yourself? They want to give you power, so you just see that, oh, immediately you want to go and buy a Benz, you want to go and buy a Range Rover from the government coffer.
That is to say what that person said, that the youths are only interested in money and
women. Yes,
it's true.
The person is very correct. If we do not step up the game, we'll continue to be seen like that. Because I have really I was talking to one of my friends. I said, can't you start participating and coming to me? He said, bros, not tell me that one, now money I just define. I said, at the end of the day, we all are looking for money. But in which society do you want to spend the money? Do you want to spend it in a crime-infested society? When you now make the money, you start carrying mobile policemen, is it not? Then when you carry mobile policemen, you started spending. But if you contribute your positive quota, you don't even need a mobile policeman. You now have a balanced society. So I tell people, this is not about me. It is not about anything. It is about the future. Because most of us, we want to enjoy our old age, but in a society that is crime infested, we will not be able to do that. So the best way now is to start now. Go and register in a political party. Any party of your choice. I'm not partisan about this. Just go register. It doesn't take 30 minutes. If you don't know how to do it, call me. Just go and register in a political party and start participating. When you start participating, that is the beginning of victory. That is the beginning of development. Then you now start bringing your positive ideas into the party. Because the parties want to win election, but the best way they can win, they need candidates that are popular. You don't even need money. They'll tell you to be a president, you have to keep 30 billion naira. For what? When you have youth that rally around you, those are the people that vote. We are 75% of Nigerian population, and we are not using that that opportunity well. How many youth can you boast of that are actively in politics, that are actively playing their roles? In Edo State, look at Edo State as a case study. How many youth can you bring out to tell you the happenings of Edo State, to tell you what comes into Edo State, to tell you the number of legislators in Edo State? So those are the things that you don't have interest in, and we are trying to create the awareness. I always create the awareness. Whenever I'm sitting down with my friends, I tell them, if I'm in Istanbul, if I'm in US, if I'm in Italy, I tell them, I say, see, we all are stakeholders. If we do not change things now, we all regret it. You might think you are abroad, it doesn't affect you. No. The day you have family members here. So what affects them affects you. So if we have to just step it up, we have to do our best to ensure we start participating. The earlier the better, to create a better future that our children will be proud of. Me, I want to create a society that my children will say, my daddy did this, not my daddy and Mazzy sweat and ran to Dubai. You know, those names cannot stand the test of time. So we have to start thinking outside the box, that it is not just an overnight thing. Let's start building our capacity for leadership.
Okay, you did say something about the age of the president and why some people cannot travel. Well, I don't think I quite agree with you, because you know, traveling has nothing to do with your age. Some people could be young and they don't want to go anywhere. Okay. So you don't necessarily need to be a youth or older to either travel or not travel.
It's not travel, it's detailing.
Yeah, but it's part of it. You did say visiting states of the federation.
Agility, that was what I was trying to... Oh, you can continue. That was the point I was making.
Okay, but...
You have to be agile.
Yes.
So we need... Nigeria, we are underdeveloped. So we need a system that is agile. You see the vice president, the way he moves. I'm not against the president. We voted him in. So he didn't just get there overnight. So what I'm saying is that we need a leader that is agile. Okay. So it's the love of country I'm talking about. It's not sentiment.
Okay, not forgetting, we're still talking about
the youth.
The youths and how we can get them involved, especially in politics. But, you know, it's like, though a lot of people will not agree with you that the youths are not involved in politics, some things, a lot of them are involved in politics, especially during the 2015 election. There was a lot of youth movement that really campaigned for the now president then. But the thing is, do you think that the youths love staying in the background rather than being...
the mainstream?
Yes. And why is this? Is it possible that it's because of fund? They don't have the money to be where they ought to be, and as a result of that, they are not just, hearing them.
It's not about the fund, it's the interest. They are not interested because when you have a discussion with them, they are disappointed with the system. So most of them don't just want to get involved. So it's the backlog of disappointment that is making them shy away. But with the new orientation going on, they are not seeing the light of day that, oh, if we do not participate now, it's going to be terrible. So for me, they just felt over time we've been in this system. We keep on getting campaign promises, and when these people get into power, the mass wealth and all that, they drop all their promises. So they just say, I'm not interested, don't tell me anything about politics, because the Nigerian system has totally decayed. I will tell them, no, we have to start participating now. And most of them are not even aware that there's a registration going on, INEC registration in Irokpota, that they don't even know that they can be member of political party. They just see it as something strange that they cannot access. And another thing that is discouraging youth, sorry to say, they just feel that for you to be a politician, you have to belong to a secret society. You have to belong to a particular clique. I told them, no, it's not like that. I'm an insider. It doesn't involve anything like that. If you want to be a society member, it is a choice. It is not something that is a political thing. That's, you know, Pastor Sege Ezeyamo, he was a governorship candidate of, he's a pastor. So you cannot judge it that you must be in a confraternity to get the nomination. No, those are the things that they've sold out to discourage people so that they will remain there. So it's not like that. So anybody that feel they want to register can come through me. I will take you there genuinely. You will pick your party card. Any party of your choice is not difficult, because we have to start participating now. The discouragement from the older ones led to what you are saying now, that the youth are not even interested. But now we have to start reorientation, and we need the media too. The media, yesterday I was listening to one of the radio stations, maybe your station at 2.3, there's a sponsored program that Stephanie Linus did, that a woman cannot give birth and abandon the child. I don't know if you heard of that, that now you cannot vote a leader and just leave the leader. You have to start monitoring and following. So people are beginning to bring awareness about leadership. So that is what we need. We can't sit back. We have brilliant youth. I've had interaction with youth. I'm shocked. When you hear them talk, they have ideas they want to put into it. But these youth are discouraged by the kind of crop of politicians we have. I told them, no, we are the ones to push them out. We are the ones that have the idea to develop. There are youths that want to really see, because they are well traveled. Most of the youth you have in Edo State, I use it as a case study, they travel a lot. So they know what to do. They know how to impact. They just need a good medium to do that. So when you give them that opportunity, they will do excellently well. So it's the orientation that affected them, not that they don't love to participate. They just feel there are different cabal that add on to it. I said, no, come and register. When you register, then you start seeing the true picture that politics is all about strength.
Okay.
So
how do we then get them involved, especially with the grassroots election that is just around the corner? You know, how do we disabuse their mind from either carrying ballot boxes or you know, carrying firearms for politicians? How do we now get them into the scheme of things? Yeah,
to get them into the scheme of things, like I said, orientation. We have to work with the media house. We have to use Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, any medium we can pass the information around on participation. I've been doing that. If you visit my page, you see there is no week I don't say, go and register, because the future is now and it belongs to us. So if we do not participate now, I don't see the time we'll ever do, because time will come, we'll regret our poor participation. So mine is that I will beg the media houses to have a jingle of participation. It doesn't have to be youth, all around participation, so that at the end of the day, victory will be sure. When these people you say they are not delivering their promises see your participation, they will be scared to fail. It's when you don't hold them accountable, when you now see politicians as the God, these are people that are supposed to lead you. There's a way to have orientation, and society needs to start seeing these people as their servants, because you elected them, not the other way around. After electing them, they become your boss. No, they should be there always to listen to the people. So for me, I feel orientation. You and I need to keep on giving others the orientation to start participating, ward to ward, neighborhood to neighborhood, street to street. We'll start passing the information across, and people are listening, people are hearing, and that is another great thing ITV is doing. This opportunity now, thousands of people, millions of people will view it. So this orientation will travel, and you see Nigeria will become great with a full participation from our youth. When we start participating, you see the difference will be clear. That is one thing I believe, and I know the government of the day will not even involve youth to start stealing ballot boxes. It's too classy for that. So, and I trust what they can do to ensure that we don't go back to that age of stealing ballot boxes. It's not worth it, because you are coming to serve. Before you say you want to govern, you have to love the people. If you love the people, why will you want to steal ballot boxes? People you love, that you want to govern genuinely. So we have to start imbibing that love in us before we take over leadership, because the people you love are the people you can deliver dividends of democracy for. You can't possibly steal from someone you love. So for me, I feel we can do better as a youth. We have to start participating now.
All right.
We have to start participating. We don't have any choice. There's no time on our side.
Okay,
the
still,
children are looking onto us.
Okay, still talking on the participation and how to get them all involved. Well, you're not, you are aware that we have a lot of Libya returnees around, whom are all youths. So people like this, you know, how do we also get them involved? Because they probably left because of they thought, okay, it's not working, I should go get a better life and all that, and they came back, and it's just like, you know, how do you get such people now, you know, to get involved? And not think that, okay, the best way to earn a living is either I take it by force or I just wait until someone throws it on my lap. Okay,
thank you very much. This issue you raised, I was concerned about it. And my wife told me that she accompanied one of her friends as a journalist to where they are being rehabilitated on a hotel or something. So that goes to show you that the government is proactive, because you have to absorb them, you have to give them orientation. And if given the opportunity, I can still go there and talk to many of them, because I'm well traveled and I can tell them areas they should look into, because we have wealth within. Nigeria is very fertile. Edo State is very blessed. If you can look beyond, you will see that there is wealth within. So the country we are going to, they don't have anything. These people built on intelligence and human capacity. If we can, we have resources, we have raw materials, and we are going to a country that we are importing those things to. So it goes to tell you that all we need is human capacity, orientation. When you give those people orientation that, oh, brother, there's a land in bypass, nobody is using it. So when you farm there, see your proceeds, so, and agric loan is there, or everything, you know, those orientation. I'm a businessman, I can come there and tutor them that, you know, with 50,000 naira you can start a business. They say, really, what kind of business? Okay, I'll say, see what you should buy, see the multiplication effect. If you cannot sell it, let me know. I will build on yours to carry you along, because I've carried so many people along all these years, because Nigeria is evolving. We are growing. So this is the best time to be in Nigeria, because the country you are going to, they are already developed. They are no longer doing roads. You see them scraping roads when you go abroad, scraping old road. We don't even have a road to scrape. Do you understand? So construction is moving well in Nigeria. Agriculture, manufacturing, everything you can think of. So why are you running? Why do you have to cross the sea? So, and another thing, our government need to be, they should look beyond 4 years. Any plan they are having, they should think of long term, so that at the end of the day, their legacy will stand the test of time. Because we are too concerned about my 4 years go soon end. You understand that thing in quotes? 4 years go soon end. You start rushing your plan, start trying to do roads that does not connect communities, that does not have any effect on the society, because you just want to do the urban road where voters are. You know, those are the things we should look beyond. Our leaders should have a long-term plan, so that we don't have people drifting away, because it's so shameful with what we have. Our people are still running outside Nigeria. It should be a thing of, you go to the consulate, they will give you visa with a beg. The South Africans don't travel. They don't see any reason to. So why are we dying on the sea? It's because of leadership failure. So it goes back to the government, then giving the people good orientation. we help. Then letting them know, you people that just returned can really change the government that you don't want. Go and register. Go and be a member of a political party. Then register, be a political party member, then vote. It's not a must that you be a political party member, but in Nigeria that we see now, we all have to be there and sap them so that we'll be the decision makers. Anybody that wants to change the system, that wants to force someone on us, because be it as it may, you can sit down here and somebody will force a candidate for you. You don't have a choice. We have two major parties. Who they give us is the people who sway and follow. But when we are the ones that decide who the candidate is, what will happen? We have good leadership. So those are the things we must do. And proper reorientation will help a lot. Every day we keep on eating on it so that at the end of the day, until we achieve the desired result, we will not lose sleep.
Okay, I was talking with a friend earlier and he said something. How do you get people not to, not to collect money, especially on election days? That's what we see these days. People kind of get to the ballots, get to the polling stations, rather than to just go and vote. They go there to make money. And my friend said something, said, how do you even know that this person you're voting for will not disappoint you at the end of the day? So why, you might as well just collect the money and go home, If it's 3,000, eat it for 4 years. After then, come back again, sell your vote again, just like that. So how do I get that, my friend, to change his mind about selling his votes?
Okay, do you know one thing? The best way you can do that is the same orientation I'm talking about now. You see, the last election, they were inducing everybody with money. And politicians always capitalize on the weak points of the people. When I mean politicians, those that don't care about the people, sharing 5,000 per voter, you cannot stop people from collecting money because of the hardship. Now, what can you do? You go back to my drawing board that I told you. Before electing that candidate that is going to give you money, get a good party participation to put leaders that have the people at heart. Somebody that can pull the string. With your money, you will still lose. When you start losing after spending, you stop spending. So it goes back to orientation of the leaders. Is a leader that is not popular that induced with money?
I don't think so.
I'm telling you.
I think they all do these days. They all share money.
There are some overwhelming victory you see and overwhelming support you see. You cannot induce it. You cannot tell me, okay, the president won. Let's use that as a case study. You cannot tell me the then President Goodluck Jonathan and the campaign crew did not spend money. But the people just wanted something different. And you saw the results. So I'm not saying they will not collect your money. But when you lose, then we have to strengthen our electoral laws. Whoever is caught sharing money should be jailed. Is the same thing. We need strong institution, strong law in place. These people don't want to put that law in place because they are involved. Now, if there is a law that when you are caught with money on election day, not even giving money, they're bringing that money from your pocket, you will be persecuted. Not that they will not call the commissioner and say release him. What you need to do is to put strong law in place. We need to start obeying laws. When we start obeying laws, things will start functioning. By the time a local government chairman, a senator goes to jail, which senator do you know that is serving? Go to any of the prisons, you see people there, you know that no single politicians. And since 1999, we are complaining that we have lost billions of dollars through corruption. And everybody is working freely because you can pay 5 senior advocates. When you pay them, they will sit in the court and the case will be adjourned forever. So what I'm saying is this: we should have strong institutions that functions. If you are guilty, serve your time. When you start doing that, that's why you see other countries are functioning. No matter how powerful you are, when there is a crime against you, you will serve that time. So by the time a polling agent goes to jail, you will not want to collect 5,000. You understand? There should be sanity in the system. There should be strong law. I know when there is a strong law, this will change. That is the fastest way to make people run from that new trend. It's a trend now. We didn't see this 99. It's a trend now. 5,000, put your hand there. and the people there will be monitoring you to ensure if you don't, they will beat you outside. That they gave you 5,000, you did not put your hand in a particular party. So now, by the time you have okay, who are the people you want to bring to monitor those that they will arrest? They are still in government.
Okay.
So it is the law we must strengthen, and it goes back to what I keep on saying. We need leaders that love us, that are ready to change the system. Because if you are ready to change the system, things will change for the better. It's the same people we voted that are still giving us money to induce us now. So meaning the voting process, everything needs to be corrected. From the type of voting registration, the party participation, then the strong law on ground to check everything. So all these things must come together. That's why I said we need a strong institution that functions. Institution encompasses everything.
Okay.
So that's my take on that. We need strong law to check electoral malpractice. There are many electoral malpractices. It's not just only money inducement. So our senators should pass a strong law to check electoral offenders. By the time you start serving jail term because of what you did at the polling units, nobody will try it. Nigerians obey law. They have not just seen somebody to help them enforce it.
Okay, before I let you go now, what's your strong words to, so far we've seen a few youths right here in Edo State that have shown interest in the upcoming local government elections. What's your word to them?
Yeah, my word to them is that they should stay positive. They should maintain the focus point. That is the primary thing. And with all the ESSEC board that were set up, I guess one professor is heading it, I can't remember his name. They should do a thorough job. And this trend of states conducting election and having 100 over 100, they have to stop it. If truly they are on ground, at least they should have one councillor that won genuinely. They should give him. We shouldn't be desperate about power. Out of the 45 American presidents, we have 5 or 4 still alive. So power will change and we'll all die and go. But our legacy should stand the test of time. We shouldn't be greedy with power because the maximum you can stay is 8 years. So after 8 years, you're done. So why do you want to kill yourself over power? Some desperation, go for the election. Whoever is popular should win. It makes it easier for the government of the day to have a popular candidate because that candidate will always listen to the people. When you impose someone on the people, you lose focus on what to do because you don't even understand them. So for me, go out and participate. I have a candidate I'm supporting from my ward, and I will ensure I do my best. He wins. He's a youth. So I will participate and vote on that day.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Eghosa Agbonifo, for coming on this program this morning.
Thank you for having me.
And of course, together we can. I think I like that. So we can make this happen. We can write our names in gold, you know, so that even youth's generation unborn will remember you just for the good thing you did as a Nigerian youth. TMI continues in a moment.